Hey guys, QuickTaku here. Today we got 10 quick facts you probably, maybe, didn't know about Monogatari. Initially, the Monogatari series was published as a series of short stories for a magazine. Later, 3 of the stories, Hitagi Crab, Mayoi Snail, and Suruga Monkey, were published together in 2 individual volumes, with 2 new stories, Nautical Snake and Tsubasa Cat, for the Kodansha Box lineup. The rest is history. In the light novels and its corresponding illustrations, Senjōgahara's hair is depicted as brown. However, in the anime, she's given purple hair. Though, with that said, occasionally her hair is colored in dark brown in scenes where she lowers her guard towards Araragi. Coincidence? Maybe. Also, bonus fact, in Owari Monogatari, while Sadachi is a brunette in the light novels, she's given white hair in the anime. Something to think about. While it's only briefly referred to in the anime, at the end of Nekomonogatari White in the light novels, Hanakawa ends a monologue by admitting she's been abused by her guardians, and that none of it was her fault. The anime includes all of her monologue, but that revelation. Puns of Araragi's name has become such a running gag, fans in Japan have dubbed his mother, who only appeared like once, as Mamaragi. Shinobu's original voice actress was intended to be Aya Hirano, the voice of Haruhi Suzumiya. This was so solidified to the point that she's even credited as the voice of Shinobu in the first season, and does voice the character in the Hyaku Monogatari drama CD. However, when Nisei came around, Hirano came into conflict with her agency, and the role was ultimately given to Maya Sakamoto. Originally, Monogatari's second season was promoted as Zen Monogatari, which meant every story. However, in the end, the title was dropped because, well, it's not every story in Monogatari. But it sounds cool. So what happened to Kizumonogatari? Well, when Tatsuya Oishi, the director of Bakemonogatari, was given the task to take on the film, he fell into a creative lull, not sure of how to properly adapt it. His block was so bad, director Tomoyuki Itamura had to step in and take over for Oishi, and ever since, Itamura has been directing the Monogatari series while Oishi tried to work on Kizu. However, after 5 to 6 years, Oishi finally delivered, and boy was it worth the wait. A little fun fact, in Japan, dedicated fans of Mayoi have a strong conflict against fans of Nautical, due to a one-lolly rule. Mayoi fans argue against Nautical being driven by jealousy, whereas Nautical fans argue against Mayoi's relevance and comic relief qualities. With that said, the other lolly in the series, Shinobu, has no significant quarrel with either side, as both accept Shinobu as a lovable character. I'd say that's a win for our little vampire. In the original Japanese version, Mayoi Snail's aberration is actually called the Lost Cow, while also being called the Lost Snail. In Japan, cows carry the connotation of being slow, and the kanji for cow is in the kanji for snail, a pun that doesn't really translate well in English. Therefore, we know Mayoi as just the Lost Snail, not the Lost Cow. In an interview recorded on Bakemonogatari's official guidebook, Nisio Isin asked Kana Hanazawa, the voice of Nautical, what kind of character she'd like to voice in the future. Hanazawa replied that she'd like to voice a character, and I quote, with a very bad personality. Isin then followed up with a joke proposing he turn Nautical into a villain to fulfill Hanazawa's wishes. At the time, it was received as a joke, and the 2 of them laughed it off. But Isin must have took his own proposal seriously. And that's 10 facts you might have not known about Monogatari. Oh wait, I forgot a big one! Senjōgahara is best girl, and that is a fact.
俺は超やべえ部も正他にねえテクニック見せつけてエンプティな腹の中えぐり満たしてやるアーカイディアルでね首教えてやるラップのエクシオ